Well, hello guys, it's Ben here from Airline2Sim. I hope you're having a great weekend so far at FSExpo. I'm really sorry that I couldn't join you. And I think for those of you who know me a little bit from Airline2Sim, you may well know that my background is a radio broadcaster. So normally I'm playing some music when I'm doing these kind of things when I'm talking away. So I thought maybe just to underscore some of the points that I'm making in today's presentation, I will use the power of music. And the first one is the reason why, unfortunately, I can't be with you this weekend, because, well, a couple of weeks ago...
Emergency, paging Dr. Beat, emergency!
Yes, unfortunately, I was having some kind of blood pressure event, which had scarily high numbers and sadly kept me in hospital for a few days.
Pressure, pushing down on me, pressing down on you, no man has fallen.
That pretty much was me. So unfortunately, Dr. B and his colleagues have barred me from traveling for at least the foreseeable future. So sadly, I can't be with you this weekend, but hopefully next year I'll get to meet you in person. I just wanted to come along and talk to you about Airline2Sim. What is it? Where did we come from? What's the concept behind it? And what have we done in the past? Where have we been for the last few years? And what are our plans into the future? Well, Airline2Sim was born because of a lack of content originally for the majestic Dash 8 Q400. I'm sure if you remember back in the FSX and P3D days, you remember buying this aeroplane. It was one of the best add-ons ever released in the history of flight sim. And I remember buying it and I did not have a clue how to fly it. But remember, this is probably what, 2012 or 13? There were no resources on YouTube to learn how to fly this aeroplane, but it was very commonly used. Flybe, of course, a big regional airline from the UK. Obviously, it was in extensive use in Canada, across the USA as well. But there were no resources to fly this aeroplane whatsoever. And I came across the idea of finding a pilot who flew it in real life. And we did find one in the end. His name was Josh, and he flew for Flybe. And he came along and taught me to fly the aeroplane. And I thought, well, maybe if I can capture these lessons that he's giving me on video, so you hear him talking and you hear me talking, and he's teaching me to fly the aeroplane, and then we can create that into a TV series effectively and put that out on the internet, maybe people will go for it. And the Dash 8 Q400 cadet program was born.
Okay, keeping an eye on the distance, so we're now at 6.7 miles. We need to go down the hill at 5.1. Have a look at ground speed. As predicted, it's about 120 knots, so 600 feet a minute should work for us. So we're going to press VS minus 600 at about 5.4 miles.
So 5.4 VS
and then minus 600.
Minus 600. And speed we want to get pretty much kind of nailed on.
Yeah. Obviously, as you get down the hill, you have to pull more power off. So actually what you can do if you like is press VS now to get in VS mode. And it should hit VS 0.
Okay.
I just tap that up to VS 0. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
And so we're now counting down towards 5.1.
Alright, let me just catch the speed.
Lovely, well done.
There we go.
So about, wait for about 5.4, so about now if you wind on minus 600. Okay. And then obviously you're going to have to adjust the speed.
Yeah, okay.
And you can see actually that where we are now is spot on the glide slope.
The glide slope, but we can't
use
it, that's why we've got to use the VS.
So what we're looking for now is a check on the way down to see how we're doing. And what we know is, we know that at 4 miles we should be at 1,640 feet. That's 100 above, and I'd disconnect that and fly it if I were you.
Okay.
And the trick is not to do too much. It's flying itself quite nicely.
So we're pretty much in the zone here.
You're in the groove. It's nice. Your speed's fine. It's
stand by and get rid of all that.
A few knots over.
My God, that's short.
So we're looking for a decent positive touchdown, nice and early in the touchdown zone. But don't let it get too low.
Okay.
So that's looking like a nice picture to me. And as you flare, you can start squeezing a bit of power off. It's flap 35.
Okay.
So as it says about 50, just start walking that power lever just really slowly backwards. A little bit high, so just pull a bit of power off now. That's nice. No more than that. Okay, and just flare the aeroplane. Bit of power off, flare it nicely. That's nice. That's a good touchdown in the right place.
The cadet program was really well received for what was at the time a completely unknown brand. People really loved what we did, and there was an appetite for more. So having gained many thousands of customers just from the Q400 program alone, we came back with another one where things got, I guess, spicy.
V1 rotate. Okay, that's a number 1 engine failure. Positive climb.
Gear up.
So that hill looks awfully close, Benjamin.
Oh my god.
Stop, stop, stop. Right then, we've got an engine fire number 1. The wind's to the left, so if you can, as you slow down, just turn the aircraft to the left-hand side into wind.
This is the captain. Evacuate. Evacuate.
I'm going to talk to air traffic. Tower Corgi 2 Tango, we are evacuating SA again, we are evacuating on the runway. If you want to feel exciting, go out the roof, you can go out the roof. Okay, I'm going to go first. Bye.
So if you watched all the videos, by the end, you were pretty much ace of the base on the Q400. And we decided that from there, it was time to do something a little bit bigger. In fact, we went from one of the smallest aeroplanes that you could buy for Flight Simulator to one of the biggest.
Guten Morgen, Heading 140, expect to fly right.
Engine failure.
Remain seated, please remain seated.
Right, let's find this gate. Wow, it's out there somewhere.
What are you trying to do? You're trying to kill me.
Hello, welcome to Steve Crapley's YouTube channel. I'm teaching you to fly the Boeing 777 and oh no, it's all gone wrong. I'll edit that bit out later, I'll be fine.
Remember I was saying that the airplane will either slow down or it will come down, but it won't do both. Bring your nose right over the taxiway on the left-hand side. So start your right turn. Right turn now. That's not the button. Don't push that.
Don't push that. Don't push that. I think we're going to need to call maintenance here. So that was Myron Ashcraft, me that you could hear talking there. Myron was absolutely fantastic. He'd flown so many airplanes. He'd flown to every corner of the planet. He always had tales about the destinations. We learned about his favorite restaurants, sushi place in Hong Kong, a steak restaurant in San Francisco, and even a weird Hawaiian delicacy that we learned about. We did a bunch of flying in the 777. We flew into Munich in the fog, and we did an auto land. We did go-arounds. We did LOC DME approach back into Honolulu. We did LNAV, VNAV approaches. We did engine failures. We looked at all of the Boeing 777 systems in quite some depth. And it really did give me a great respect for the aeroplane. I must admit, of all the airplanes that we've done, I think the 777 is my favorite one. And I remember Myron saying that it was like an old man's aeroplane in that it did an awful lot for you. You really just had to sit and watch it. And I think that we think about the Airbus A320 or the 350 or the 380 being highly automated, but really the 777 was such a perfect aeroplane in so many ways. Just the right level of automation to keep an eye on you and keep things smooth and easy, yet keeps you involved in the process. A fantastic aeroplane. It's so well done by PMDG. and it's definitely on the roadmap to do a further master series with the Boeing 777. So, where could we go after the 777? Well, there was really only one aeroplane that needed the Airline2Sim treatment, and of course, it was the mighty Airbus A320.
Why do we do a circling approach in Nice? I'm thinking, well, it's a big international airport. There are 2 runways. Why on earth would we want to do a circling approach there?
It all comes down to noise, which is often a killer, for different airports. And what it is because they have an area that's full of it's some of the most wealthy people in the world.
Okay.
That's fair to say,
So
I think, isn't it?
So if we get the map out,
Yeah.
we've got this little area called Antibes, which is a super wealthy area.
It
Like
is.
Film stars live there, rock stars. Tina Turner apparently lives there. So Tina Turner is sitting out on her balcony on a beautiful August day, drinking orange juice, eating a croissant, singing to herself, whatever she's doing, but she doesn't want us flying over her head.
No.
So if you look at the ILS, it flies straight over Tina Turner's house, and she will not be very happy.
She will not be happy, no.
Right. So when the weather is good, we are not allowed to fly the ILS.
No, when the weather's good, you have to fly one of these circling approaches. There's 2 of them. There's the RNAV Alpha and the VOR Alpha. They're the same thing, and the reason there's a difference is some aircraft can't do RNAVs.
I seem to remember you saying to me that when we do this approach, when we do that little straight bit before we make the turn,
Yeah.
that we're heading towards there's a big hotel. It's like a big triangular shaped hotel. Looks like a sail.
Yeah, it's really quite distinctive, and it's one of those things that you're not pointing straight at it, but it's pretty close. It's a good reference point that if you're heading roughly towards that, you're on the right point before you start turning.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll keep an eye out for that, and we should see it.
Oh, you see that on the left? It kind of looks like a wave.
There it is. Yeah.
That's the
yeah.
one.
Yeah. Okay, so we've already picked up the Pappy, so we're a little bit high by the looks of it, but
I think we're all right.
Is it hard to tell from this?
If you
far
think
out?
about this is a direct line there. We're going to go straight and then turn.
Yeah,
So I think
okay.
we're fine.
Yeah.
And I can give you the landing checklist if you want.
Yes, please.
So the landing checklist: cabin,
Is secure.
auto thrust,
Is speed.
going altitude,
Is 3,000 sat.
ECA memo.
Is landing no blue.
Landing checklist is completed.
All right, cool. So the runway's disappeared. So look, I've got 1 red.
I think that's looking pretty
So
good.
We're okay.
Yeah, we're all right. Yeah.
Okay.
And we were saying that 2.7, so we can call it 2.7, 2.8, something like that, just to give ourselves a bit of margin. We can start the turn.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And we can see we've got our ring coming up. Altitude-wise, I think we're looking all right. 700 feet per minute. Keep the bird exactly where it is, just below the horizon line, like you're doing.
So just keep the runway in view. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
So there's 3.2.
So I would say just a little bit longer.
Yeah. There's
Little
the
bit
big, There's the
longer.
big wave hotel.
Yeah. Now start a turn.
There, about there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then keep it banking over.
Yeah.
About there, I'd stop the bank.
About there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you need to bank just a teeny bit more.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't seem like you do.
Eurojet 34 Yankee, clear to land, runway 04 left, wind calm.
That was really nice.
Thanks, man.
Look at that. See? Almost perfectly lined up. We've got our little blue track line. So that's our inbound track
So
at
that's the thing we
043.
set before.
Yeah.
So that little blue line, if I keep that in the middle,
Yeah, it's
then we
kind of
should be-
yeah,
yeah.
it's a rough guide. So now we can look out the window and see we're a little bit to the left.
yeah.
Not a lot though. It was
Yeah.
nicely done.
So we'll just line up,
Yeah.
but the visual path looks all right.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful.
Nice smooth corrections. This is what you're doing. Keep coming left a little bit. That's the one.
Yeah. All right. I'll
Looking
be
good.
Very relieved to get on the ground today.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a little bit high, haven't we?
That's it. Keep pushing the nose down. 800 feet per minute as you got there is all right now. Then look towards the end of the runway now.
Yeah.
30.
Start to flare now. Close the thrust levers.
10.
Beautiful.
Not bad, huh?
Not bad. So we've got
So-
spoilers, reverses are green, and we had decel.
I'll be honest, I was kind of disappointed to discover after we filmed that Tina Turner had apparently moved to Switzerland several years before. So there you go. But thank you, Tina. You are still to me simply the best. So we've taken up pretty much almost the entire presentation talking about what Airline2Sim has done since we launched back in 2013, teaching you complicated add-on aircraft like the A320, the Boeing 777, and the Q400, and really hoping we see that in Microsoft Flight Simulator one day. So where are we going from here? There's something that I want to address. For those of you who were customers of Airline2Sim in the past, you'll know that the website went offline for quite some time. There's a long and complicated story behind that that doesn't really bear going into here, but let's just say it was not something I had control over at the time. And I certainly learned some lessons as a solo developer, as a one-man band, about trusting people. And I ended up in a bit of a fight to get it back online. It took time, but it's back. Everything is restored. All of your content is there. All of the training programs are there to stream and to download forever. Now, the flight simulation world is littered with developers who take people's money and then disappear off into the sunset and don't follow up on the things that they've promised. It's a tale as old as time in flight sim. And having built up Airline2Sim since 2013, 10,000 customers, every single review that we have is a 5-star. I think our products online on our website alone, every single product has a 4.8 review, hundreds and hundreds of genuine customer reviews. I was pretty upset when the website went down, and at the time I was powerless to get it back online. I did not want to be in the company of people like Airsimmer. Remember them? Well, anyway, I'm here to fix this now, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to be with you guys today, up here to basically say, look, things sometimes go wrong beyond our control, and as a one-man band, it's my job to fight the good fight and make sure that I make things right. And we are. So what's lined up in the future? Well, of course, more training content. Think of some of the amazing aeroplanes that we've got coming down the track. The first one, and the one that we've never done so far with Airline2Sim, and I don't know why, is the mighty Boeing 737. Now, the plan is to do a master course, which will cover both the NG and the MAX. And if we can do it, and I'd love to, is perhaps a little add-on, bolt-on for the 300, the 400, and 500. So basically all of the glass cockpit versions of the 737 we'll cover in a master series. And of course, the NG and the MAX, they are different aeroplanes. We know the story. They don't fly the same, and they are different aeroplanes in quite significant ways. And you will learn in the Master Series all about the 737 from someone who flies both. Also, if you think finally we're about to get a decent 787 Dreamliner, I'm very, very excited. And we have just the man to teach you to fly it. He flies this aeroplane all over the world, and he really is a master. And he's also a massive flight sim nerd as well. It's going to be great. I'm so pumped about our 787 Master Series program. We'd also like to revisit, as I said, the Boeing 777, because I think there's so much more that we can learn there. We can reboot that series with new visuals in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, with visuals in 4K, and really take advantage of the fact that we can really make this look cinematic now in ways that we just couldn't with P3D rewinding 10 years ago. And also another aeroplane that I've always been fascinated with is the Embraer. I don't quite think the Embraer that we've got on the market is quite there yet. It's still, I think, a little bit buggy in some places, but I promise you that once it's there, we'll be on the case with an amazing training series for it. It's very different to an Airbus or a Boeing. I'd love to be able to fly it properly, for sure. And of course, we couldn't leave out the queen of the skies, the Boeing 747. We know that PMDG have the 400 and the classic models coming down the track, and we have someone who flies this aeroplane around the world who's going to show you how to master it. And of course, if we're making that argument about the queen of the skies, for me it's the 747, but we could argue that the A380 has its place as well. And with Bill's recent announcement, of course, no prizes for guessing where the pilot's coming from for this one, but we're going to be mastering the A380 as well. It's going to be great. Now, one more thing before I go. It's not a training product. It's our first foray, if you like, the first time that we've moved into doing something that's a little bit different. This is something that I've wanted in the sim for a very long time. I'm a radio guy. I'm all about the audio, and I'd like to announce today, officially unveiling our new product, which is called Go to Gate. And the strapline is plan it, fly it, and hear it. It's a complete all-in-one flight planning system that knows your entire system. It knows which airports you have, it knows which aircraft you have, which liveries you have, and it will match you up with real routes all around the planet. If you just want to get in and go and fly a real world route with what you've got installed on your system right now, Go to Gate is going to help you do that. And you can do that in lots of different ways, either using the map, which is just going to show you how to link up airports that you already own, or if you want some inspiration, we can give you that as well by time or by mood. And the next time you're thinking about buying an airport, well, consult Go to Gate first, because it will give you the airport that links up with all the ones you already have that will give you the most number of real-world routes. Think about how much time you spend sitting there trying to plan flights. Do I have the airport? Do I have the arrival airport? Do I have a GSX profile? Do I have the right aircraft to fly it with? Do I have the right liveries? Well, Go to Gate is going to handle all of this for you. It's going to make your life really, really simple and unlock routes that you probably would have never even have thought about. Not only that, but it's got gate intelligence as well. The real gate that your aircraft took off from and parked at when it arrived at the other end, we're going to give you that. No more guesswork about where you need to park at the airport. We'll give you the real world gates. And you can edit all of that before you even step into the flight deck. You can choose the stairs, you can choose the pushback tug, you can choose the handling agent. You can do all of this from the Go to Gate crew room page. It's all in there. Oh, and actually, this is all just the stuff that takes place before you even load into the sim. I forgot to mention, we've also got a worldwide replacement sound pack for GSX. No more robotic voices, no more hearing the same voices over and over again saying exactly the same things. No. If you're on the ground in Belfast, it's going to sound like the lady who's pushing your aircraft back. Her great uncle built the Titanic.
Ground to cockpit on headset. Can you hear me all right?
Or if you're in Liverpool, he's going to sound like Paul McCartney. Or if you're in Manchester, he's going to sound like someone from Oasis.
All departure checks completed, doors closed, pins removed. You're good to go.
Or maybe if you're in Scotland, it's going to be an angry Glaswegian man. Or maybe if you're in Munich, a German man who sounds like he enjoys a few beers in the beer keller when he's not on duty.
Dankeschön. Pushback ist abgeschlossen.
You're going to hear accurate voices in every single city in the world. Go to Gate will ship with thousands and thousands of accurate voice files that are matched to the city that you're going to. It's going to transform how your sim sounds on the ground. And not only that, but you're going to be in the flight deck as well. Yes, we have a feature called Captain Speaking, where we clone your voice, and rather than the ground crew talking to themselves, as they do right now, you're going to be talking to them in the sim. You're going to hear your voice talking to the ground crew. So not only do you have accurate ground crew, if you're on the ground in Bristol, you'll hear a man who sounds like he enjoys a lot of cider, but you're going to be talking to him as well. It's a game changer. Go to Gate. It's going to be coming in 2026. We're working very hard on it, and we'll be pulling off the wrappers on it in the next few weeks. I cannot wait. Listen, guys, it's Ben from Airline2Sim. Thanks for being here at FlightSimExpo. Hope you had a great time. I'll join you next year, and keep the blue side up.